Imagine pulling up your bank app only to see $216 staring back at you, or $7,342 if you're so-called lucky. It's exhausting. Now here's where most advice fails you, According to Yale's Center for Neuroeconomics, your brain is hardwired to crave instant rewards. And that's sabotaging your savings every single day. If saving your first $1,000 feels impossible, it's not just about your paycheck or self-control, it's a scientific trap. Stay with me, because in this video I'm revealing the exact 5-step framework behavioral experts use to help real people break through their first $1,000 savings ceiling, backed by credible research and numbers that will flip how you see your money forever. By the end, you'll know not just why it's so hard, but exactly what to do about it, how fast you can change, and what real compounding can do for you. Let's set the stage. If you're staring at your account balance, maybe $216, maybe $7,342, and feeling like building your first $1,000 is as tough as Everest in flip-flops, you are not alone. Financial gurus everywhere claim, once you save your first $10,000, the next $10,000 comes twice as fast. But you, glancing at your credit card bill, think, that's not my reality. Here's the shocker, is it? They're partly right, but most leave out the real reason why. According to extensive research in behavioral economics, like the Stanford marshmallow experiment and Yale's own temporal discounting studies, your brain actually makes that first $1,000 exponentially harder than the $10,000 that follows. It's not a lack of intelligence or motivation. It's centuries of evolutionary programming and hidden mental scripts. So, let's break this down into 5 actionable steps to beat your brain and save your first $1,000 faster. Step 1. Unmask your money mind. If you picture wealthy people, do you see someone with special financial DNA, immune to struggle? Science shows the difference isn't raw earning power. It's understanding the invisible forces in your brain. One of these is called temporal discounting, meaning your brain craves a $50 dinner tonight way more than $50 saved for next year. According to research by Dr. Ainsley, this craving for instant reward is what stops most people before they start. Your brain's ancient wiring is warning you, get what you can now. Don't wait for a future that might never come. But ignored, this wiring sabotages that first $1,000. Here's how to hack it, Keep a daily log for 1 week. Every single time you feel the urge to spend. Lunch out, latte, new shirt. Pause and write down the impulse on your phone. That's tracking your money mind. When you make these urges visible, their power drops. Evidence from the Journal of Behavioral Economics shows participants cut impulse spending by 18% just by writing their urges down. Drop a comment below and tell me your biggest impulse purchase last month. No shame. Honesty is your first win. I'll be reading and responding to the most relatable stories. So, what's next? Step 2. Break the magic money spell. Psychologists call this the house money effect. Studies like Richard Thaler's classic research reveal your brain treats money differently, depending on how you got it. Tax refund, surprise birthday cash, $20 in your winter coat. And easy come, easy go. You spend bonus money with almost zero guilt. But this invisible trick is what keeps middle-class earners broke. If you want to save your first $1,000, every dollar must wear the same jersey. Earned dollars and found dollars. Start by giving all income and windfalls one destination, your savings account. Every time non-salary money arrives, manually transfer it to savings that same day. Don't let it sit in checking. Want proof. In a controlled study by Drazen Prelek and George Lowenstein, workers who earmarked windfall income for savings doubled their account growth over 12 months. Compared to those who let it blend into regular spending, go ahead and comment. Do you treat bonus money differently? What's the last unexpected dollar you spent instead of saved? Here's where the real challenge starts. Step 3, overcome your story. Rewrite your script. Most people don't realize they're running on childhood programming. Dr. Brad Klontz found that nearly 90% of adults operate with at least one limiting money script. Unspoken beliefs like, money causes problems, or we're just not the kind of people who get ahead. Maybe you heard, we can't afford that, or grew up in a home where money talk meant tension or shame. These subconscious beliefs sabotage your savings by making wealth feel out of reach. Or worse, wrong. Here's your fix. Take 5 minutes right after this video and answer these 2 prompts, honest and unfiltered. 1. What's the first money lesson you remember hearing? 2. What's the strongest emotion you feel when looking at your bank account? When you bring these scripts to light, science says you can start rewriting them. Research from the Financial Therapy Association shows that journaling about your earliest money beliefs leads to 22% higher savings rates over 6 months. It's not magic. It's mental training. Out of fear, boredom, or impulse. Drop which one trips you up most in the comments. Share your answer for a chance to be featured in a future Money Masters episode. But let's talk biology. Step 4. Hack your caveman brain. Evolution designed your brain for survival, not wealth. For millennia, the survivors grabbed what they could now. Because tomorrow's food or shelter wasn't promised. That same wiring is why skipping a $40 dinner feels like loss. But an abstract $1,000 next year feels like nothing. According to Seligman's learned optimism and evolutionary psychology studies, it's not your fault, but it is your fight. Here's the tactical hack. Whenever you skip a purchase, immediately transfer the skipped amount to your savings. In real time. Example. If you walk past the $8 lunch, pull out your phone and transfer $8 to savings. Right then. Over time, the reward center in your brain rewires, associating saving with instant satisfaction and accomplishment. Not just deprivation. There's real science behind this. A 2012 study showed that repeated immediate transfers triggered dopamine signaling equal to or greater than buying the item would have. This is the key. Turn saving into something your brain can crave. We've tackled the mental traps. Now let's dive into what happens when you finally start getting money to work for you. But wait until you see how compound interest flips the script completely in the next step. Step 5. Make compound growth your co-pilot. This is the secret sauce, where penny pinching becomes wealth building, even while you sleep. Here's the math. If you save $100 every month, that's $1,000 in 10 months. Plain and simple, but let's take it up a notch. After investing, say you're earning 7% annual returns, which is a fair historical average for broad stock market funds according to S&P data. Your first $1,000 takes 10 months of grinding. The next $1,000, thanks to your growing investment returns, it takes closer to 9 months, and eventually less. And that's with no income boost. Stick with it, and by the time you reach $10,000 invested at 7%, your capital earns you about $700 per year while you sleep. That's like getting nearly 2 months of savings for free. At $50,000, your money is pulling in about $3,500. Almost triple your annual savings input. And this is pure math, confirmed by Vanguard's 2021 compounding study. Let's do a quick interactive exercise. Open your calculator or spreadsheet. If you invest $100 per month at a 7% return, after 10 years, you'll have contributed $12,000 in cash. But with compounding, your actual balance is about $17,308. That's $5,308 earned while you lived your life. Now, try plugging in $1,300 per year, the cost of a $5 daily coffee instead. Over 20 years, at the same rate, that compounding grows to more than $53,000. That is the literal price of treating every daily impulse as no big deal. A compound interest isn't just math. It's proof you can win the fight against your brain. $1 at a time. Screenshot or share that line if you needed a mindset shift today. At this stage, you're not just surviving the treadmill. You're building momentum. The behavioral shift starts feeling less like deprivation, more like a game you want to win. Step 6. Bonus. Automate and celebrate. Nearly 61% of Americans couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency, according to the Federal Reserve's 2023 report. Automation and ritual are your final lines of defense. Set a recurring auto transfer, even just $25 per week, from checking to savings or your investment account. Celebrate visible milestones. Make it a habit to check your account growth rather than just your spending. For tracking, use free tools like Mint, Personal Capital, or a simple Google Sheets savings tracker. Each tool can show you how close you are to each $1,000 milestone. Research shows that automation increases your savings rate by 35% compared to manual transfers, especially for those with fluctuating incomes. Screenshot your savings tracker or automation setup. Tag Money Masters for a chance to be featured on the channel and motivate someone else. Now let's ground this. Results will vary based on your specific situation. This is for educational purposes and isn't individualized financial advice. Building your first $1,000 is hard because you're fighting millions of years of programming, subconscious scripts, and modern distractions. But once you break through, compounding and a new money mindset start doing most of the heavy lifting, and your future financial freedom becomes less of a theory, more of a math problem you can win. If you know someone stuck struggling to save that first $1,000, hit the share button and send them this video. You might literally change the arc of a friend's financial life. Ready for actual, practical support? Download my free first $1,000 savings checklist, linked below in the description. It breaks down everything we covered today. Step-by-step actions, a tracking table, and prompts to rewrite your money scripts. Begin tonight, and you'll be 10 steps ahead on the path that so many never finish. Quick recap in 10 seconds. Identify your urges. Treat all money the same. Rewrite your story. Hack your habits. Embrace compound growth. And automate everything. Every step you take isn't just saving $1. It's rewiring your brain and transforming your future. The choice is yours. Stay on the treadmill or start the climb. Your future millionaire self is waiting. And compounded rewards never looked so real. Let's quickly recap. Saving your first $1,000 means battling both ancient instincts and hidden, personal money scripts. The 5 steps. Track your urges. Treat all income the same. Surface your money beliefs. Transfer skipped spending immediately. And harness compounding by automating your savings. According to the S&P and Vanguard, a $100 per month habit invested at 7% for 10 years turns $12,000 into $17,308. Proof that time is your strongest ally. Here's exactly what to do next. Today, download the checklist below and fill out your money scripts and triggers. This week, set up your first automatic transfer. Just $10, $25, or $100 is fine. By next month, aim for half your $1,000 goal. In 6 to 12 months, revisit your tracker and journal on your mindset shift. Using a free tool like Mint or a spreadsheet, remember, results vary. But your first big win flips your psychology. Many see noticeable momentum within those first 3 to 6 months, especially when they automate. Subscribe to Money Masters and turn on notifications, because next week's video takes you inside these best beginner investment accounts with actual screenshots and real-world timelines. So you move from saving to investing confidently. Comment below your hardest spending trigger or your biggest win so far. I reply to as many as I can and spotlight the best comments in our next Money Masters subscriber Q&A. And finally, download my free first $1,000 savings checklist. It's the step-by-step tool that hundreds of my viewers say change their savings for good. This is for educational purposes only. Results and timelines will vary, and this is not individualized financial advice. For personal guidance, consult a licensed professional